If your family or a family you know is struggling with their past due energy bills, Consumers Energy is stepping up to help. The company is providing $2 million in assistance for qualifying customers, distributing the funds through partners like the Heat and Warmth Fund and the Salvation Army. It's part of a larger $7 million initiative this year to help customers in need. And Matt Johnson from Consumers Energy is here to give us the details. Thank you for being here once again, Matt.
Thanks for having us.
That's a huge deal. That's $2 million in addition to the $5 million that you're already pledging to help these customers. Tell us about this.
Yeah, we recognize people are in their time of need, right? And whether it's winter or in the summer, whatever the season is, we realize that there is a burden and a cost to energy bills, right? And we want to help. We're here to help. We want people to know that they can count on us to help them and assist them in their time of need. We're dedicated to providing that energy for people, for keeping you cool in the summer, and we want you to be able to do that. And so there is a process people can go through to access that money, and we're already seeing really good interest in this.
Well, let's talk about that application process, because when I was going through this information, I was surprised at what the levels were for people to meet this, to qualify for this. So let's talk about what does the application process look like?
Yeah, so a lot of our programs, typically target people of lower income levels, but this is much more of a moderate income level that you might qualify. So an individual making less than $62,000 a year could qualify to get some of that $2 million in funding. And a family of four, for example, would be about $128,000 or less. So this certainly opens the window to a lot more people, and that's why we've seen a lot more interest in people taking advantage of this funding. There isn't necessarily a specific cap on how much you could get. The agency partners that we're working with in our community who help identify those folks will base it on need and on a case-by-case basis help you figure out how much your past due bills are and how much they'll be able to give you. But again, just glad to be able to do that.
And that is something that's super important, though, because we want the numbers, we want the money to go where it's most needed.
Yes, absolutely. Right. Yep. And so, anybody that's a 400% of the federal poverty level or below would qualify for this funding. And so we did it in the winter. We did it again this summer. We recognize there's a need out there. And again, we're just committed to making sure that people get the help that they need. We don't want you to struggle, right? We want people to be able to pay their bills on time. We want to provide different options for you. And outside of the gift funding too, Todd, it's important for people to know that we have other options, right? Whatever your income level is, right? Having a budget plan, knowing the same amount that you want to pay every month can certainly help. And our assistance programs, Michigan Energy Assistance Program is funded by the state, and there are a lot of different ways people can access funding that way too. So consumersenergy.com/assistance, which you see on the screen, is a great place to go for people of any situation to get help outside of this one-time donation that we're giving out now.
Absolutely, yeah. There is just this one thing that we're talking about, but overall, as part of that $7 million, you've got plenty. Salvation Army, how would people access this after they go through this process? Is this done through the Salvation Army?
Yeah, so right now the Salvation Army has funds left to distribute. Okay. A lot of the funding has already been, gone to other partners and been used, but the Salvation Army, you can go to salarmy.us/energy, okay. Or you can just call 211. They will also connect you with the appropriate agency that can help you out. True North Community Services still has some dollars left that they're giving out from this winter, actually, that they haven't exhausted yet.
Okay.
And so 211 themselves will just direct you to the right agency to get you the money. Those agencies are the ones that have it and can give it out based on your need.
Matt, you made it as simple as possible. Literally pick up your phone, 211, get the information you need, see if you qualify, and then get some of that help, some of that assistance to meet those bills. You got to stay cool, you got to stay warm, got to pay the bills on time. And all three of those things can be addressed at consumersenergy.com/assistance. So if you or someone you know is in need of help, please visit the website right there on your screen. Thanks for the time, Matt.
Thanks for having us.